You got to ask yourself, why were the Democrats so unbelievably out of their mind when Elon Musk came in and started making cuts? When he started going through with AI and said, let's just go through the budgets. Let's just look at where money is going. When they cut the USAID, why do you think they went crazy? Because that money was all being funneled to GAOs or into NGOs. It was all going to NGOs. It was going to fund our destruction. Okay, when he started going through the budgets, they had to get him out. They had to stop this from happening because of the fraud we're now seeing. If you were just joined us, we were talking about the new Obamacare findings from the GAO that shows billions of dollars of fraud that was happening. Okay. This is going to set you off even a little bit more. Jason is with me, chief researcher. Jason, help me out because it seems as though I've heard this exact story from the GAO before. True or false?
True, unless you're reading a story from 2015 or 2016.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. No.
Oh, this is new today.
This is new today.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm just confused because these are the exact same findings the GAO had in 2015, 2016. This is absolutely insane. We just pulled this up. It is literally word for word almost the same findings they did.
Give me the 2016. Here's the 20 let me see if I can pull it back up. Let me give you the 2020 findings, okay? Government Accountability Office said that the every single one of the fictitious people that were submitted names, 100% of them were approved. Not only were they approved, they were renewed year after year. And also there were dead people, like lots of dead people that didn't exist at all. We're looking at 66,000 Social Security numbers that didn't match any real living people. 58,000 matched Social Security death records. 6 million people who are not even in the categories they claim to be in the categories, and they're getting tens of thousands of dollars each of them. 3 or 4 times as many people enrolled in 100 to 150 of poverty into these zero plans. They're not in those income tax brackets. They're not eligible for that money, but they were still getting it. $27 to $30 billion in fraud. That's today's story. What's the 2016 story?
2016 story. GAO did the exact same thing in 2015 for the re-enrollment period. 15 fictitious applications were submitted. All were approved for coverage and subsidies. All. They were approved coverage even when no documents were requested or only fake documents were submitted. And not only this, but it's set to just, it's like the bad subscription that you have no idea that you had, 5 years ago. It just automatically keeps going.
Yeah.
Same thing, even though you're supposed to file tax returns to show that all your numbers are still lining up. Well, these are fictitious people, so they couldn't obviously pre-file their tax returns. It didn't matter. It still auto-enrolled them, and we kept paying for this.
Exactly what this report today said.
Wait, what a coincidence. Why does the GAO even bother doing these? Because no one acts on them. Why?
You know why.
Yeah.
You know why, and I know why. This is, when a government becomes this incompetent and unaccountable, your country starts to completely fall apart, okay? And we see Democrats now rushing to the microphone to defend the perpetrators. The judges that are reversing verdicts to protect the people who stole from you. I contend that the people that are rushing to the microphones to defend it are the people who have been covering this up. And you see brainwashed Americans. I'm sorry, but if you're not outraged by this amount of fraud, I don't care who did it. If you're not outraged and you don't want all of these people to go to jail, you're so brainwashed. you're actually defending the people who are stabbing you in the chest every day. How's that possible? It's like you have Stockholm syndrome. And the question is, it's not incompetence, is it? Or is it design? This is how republics fall apart, okay? Not foreign invasion, although we have that going on. Not with, just internal strife, which we have going on. Not just with financial collapse, which we have going on. But also with internal corruption, which we have going on. Defended by the same people who lecture you about morality. And they're handing out money, your money, to imaginary citizens. And then they have the balls to come and say, if you don't extend these subsidies, all these people are going to lose cover. Good. Let's have the dead people that you're paying lose that coverage and use that money that you've just blown and give to your friends or your NGOs. Let's use that money to cover the subsidies. What do you say? How about that as a compromise? Stop the fraud. Stop the fraud. And, is this theft? Is this compassion? Is this incompetence? Is it design? Because Obamacare is not about care. It's not. It's not about health care. All of this is about the future of our country. And our country will not survive if we continue to normalize this stuff. If incompetence is just expected. Oh, well, that's the government. They lost another $40 billion. If accountability is optional and only you are held accountable, but never anybody who's in the system, then we don't have a system. We have a system of oppression. We have a system of theft. We have a corrupt system. It doesn't get better from here, gang. Unless you stand up, it's not going to get better. And it's broken. We all know it's broken. Washington knows it's broken, and they want it to stay broken because broken systems can be controlled, manipulated, exploited for whatever they want. But broken systems can also be fixed. If people stand up and go, you know what? No more. Not with my money. Not in my name. Not with my country. No. That's why I started the show saying, come January, when the 1 year anniversary goes on, if I don't see people actually with indictments that are going to jail, all hell is coming to this program. All hell is coming to this program. And I'm going to bring it to a doorstep in Washington, D.C. Pam Bondi, you should know, I've been silent. I have been as supportive as I can be. But if I don't see prosecutions of people, and I don't mean nameless people, I don't mean the little guy, just the Somalian, I want to see the people who were in power that covered this up, because that's the real problem. You can get one Somalian, you can put that one Somalian in jail, but you know what happens? They're replaced with another Somalian or another Italian or another American or another Mexican or another here's an idea, human being. Because human beings, when they think they can get ahead without getting caught or paying any price, they'll do it. And if you have people in power that want to get ahead and they're in on the corruption and they're excusing all of this and they never pay a price because the one Somalian will pay the price, it's not going to get better. Maybe it's time for the living to remind those who give health care to the dead who actually runs this country. This country, it's my country. It's your country. It's a country of the people who voted unlike I voted. It's the country of Democrats and Republicans and independents. If you love the country, if you're trying to bilk the country, destroy the country, tear the country down, if you want to build a more perfect nation, then it is your country. Even if we disagree on virtually everything other than I want to build a more perfect nation that frees more people using the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, then it's your country too. But you're either part of the solution or part of the problem. And I see far too many people that are part of the problem. And many of them are in Washington, D.C. In fact, I think most of them are in Washington, D.C. You know, you wouldn't have a problem with whole communities just starting to bilk people, steal $1 billion. Do you think that just happened? No, that was somebody who was like, you can game this system. And they gamed it so hard. And they were like, look at, this is a free, they're printing money. It's so free. And they're not saying anything. It's so clear I'm bilking the system and nobody's saying anything. We can get away with this. And then another person joins in and they're like, oh my gosh, look at this. And before you know it, you have a whole community because no one was held accountable. And why? In the Somali community, it's because Walls and others, they can't say anything about the Somali community. And it's not because they're afraid of the Somali community. Has nothing to do with Muslims. It has everything to do with votes. They need that community. You're not going to be governor if you don't have the Somali community. So you dare not say anything. How racist is that? Don't tell me I'm racist for pointing out that some Somalians are coming from a country that this is the norm. Their country, Somalia, it is the norm. This is the way it works. Corrupt government. This is how people bilk the system. Okay? They come over here. And because you don't want to say anything about them, because why? I mean, they won't vote for me. How racist is it that you just think because they're Somalians, they want to live in corruption? Maybe they don't. And maybe those who do should go to jail or go back to Somalia. When are we going to start hearing this from people who will actually do something about it? I'm so sick and tired of hearing from people in Washington saying, we're going to do something. We're going to do something. You know what? You elect me. What the hell is Congress? I've got a rant on Congress later. Oh, my gosh, the stuff that they're doing. I am so sick of the GOP telling me that they're going to do something, and then what do? Well, we're doing an investigation. Well, you know what? After this next election, bull crap. Man, was I close to saying something other than crap. Bull crap. I am so sick and tired of hearing it. You and the GOP, your time is running out. People that have voted for you, who have supported you, who have done everything they could to make sure you were elected, we're sick and tired of it. We want action. We don't want another bill that says, oh, you know what? It's a super special day because we're doing X, Y, and Z. I want to see actual action on things that actually matter. Good God, man, the republic is at stake. What have you been doing? And I know there are good congressmen. I know there are good senators out there that are they're saying the same thing I'm saying. There are those, I know them. They're saying the same thing I'm saying. I just want to put the people at the top of the party at notice. We're done with you. You've had a year. There's been some great progress in the White House. I've never seen a year like this. I've never seen as much progress as this president has made in 9 months. Except I haven't seen any progress, it seems, in corruption, in weaponization. I haven't seen any progress in that. And I don't know if you know this, but if you don't start making progress, you don't deserve to be reelected. You don't deserve the power. And if you screw it up and then we don't have anybody we can get behind because we're sick and tired of it, you know who comes in? People who are going to destroy this country, destroy it. Now, when that happens, I have to ask myself, oh, well, maybe you were part of the scam. Maybe you're enriching yourself. Maybe you're a pig at the trough too. Because why else? Why else wouldn't you step up and fix this?
Thank you for thinking for yourself and being part of a movement, because that's really what all of this is. If you want the full story, You want to go deeper? Go to blazetv.com/Glenn. Go there right now. Sign up. No interruptions. Just the truth, uncensored and unfiltered. Don't just watch. Take a stand. And I'll see you over there in a minute.